Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to our series of 90 years of the previous Rebbe, Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak, coming to America the first time in 1929, from September 1929 through July 1930. I'm standing in front of what's called Beis Eliyahu Lubavitch Avas Achim Tzemach Tzedek. This is the Rabbi Eliyahu Simpson's shul. He started and founded the shul here in 1936. This is after he was on 14th and 46th when the Rebbe came over there in 1929. And in 1934, the shul there, his house, had a fire and he was forced to move. And for 2 years he was elsewhere. And in 1936, he moved here, and the shul has been here 84 years. I grew up in the shul, had my bar mitzvah in the shul, and have very, very fond memories of the people in the shul, and in particular, the Rabbi Simpson, Olav Sholem, the chassid of the Rebbe Rashab, the Frierdiker Rebbe, and our Rebbe. I'll tell you a few things, a story that I heard recently. The Chofetz Chaim was married twice. His second wife came to America with her son, Reb Aron. I believe Reb Aron could be seen in that picture that's circulating where the Chofetz Chaim is going to the Knessia HaGedolah, and one of the people there is this son from the second wife, Reb Aron. He came to America with his mother, and for some reason they didn't live in Borough Park, but they were here for a Shabbos, and he was in this shul right here in the late 1940s. I heard this from Reb Yosef Goldberg, Zolzain Gesund, who was a bacher then, and he remembers this clearly, and he told me the story. In this shul, there were very special people davening here. The Rosh Hashiva and the great chassid, Reb Moshe Dov Ber Rifkin, davened here. Rabbi Reb Mendel Cunin davened here. He's the grandfather of Reb Shlomo Cunin and Reb Pinchas Cunin, Olav Sholem, and other chashiva, very important people, and Stam Amcha Yidden. This was Rabbi Simpson was one of the three Rabbanim in Borough Park at a time that people came to and respected, and he was an old-time Rav and yet understood the new generation as well. So someone, Reb Mendel Cunin, sees this person who he never saw before in shul. So he says, "Who's that?" They tell him that's the Chofetz Chaim's son. Chofetz Chaim? Unbelievable. We have such a great zchus to have the son of the Chofetz Chaim in our shul. Such a special person, such a son of a special Yid. And in his own right, he was a Talmud Chacham, this Reb Aron. And Reb Mendel Cunin, after davening, walks over to him, Bifnei Kol Am Ve'eda, in front of everybody. He was a very, very lively type of a Yid and a chassid, Reb Mendel Cunin. And he said the following with love, not with anger, but rather love. And he said to him, Ich hear is the Chofetz Chaim Zun. I hear you're the son of the Chofetz Chaim. So he says, Al Zazun from the Chofetz Chaim, as a son of the Chofetz Chaim, wird gewen kedai as is trogen abord und nit sein kein giluach. As a son of the Chofetz Chaim, it would be appropriate for you to put on a beard, to wear a beard. He was beardless, and not be a giluach. Giluach means someone who doesn't have a beard. And the people around the shul couldn't believe that they heard this, but this is what he said to him. And here's the punchline. What do you think Reb Aron answered Reb Mendel Cunin, who basically, he said it out of love, but, he said it a little too loud, so he embarrassed him, right? He took it the right way. And he said, Ihr seid gerecht. You are correct. I should be wearing a beard. And I think this is a lesson for us, rather than be tzakratzt, that someone tells us something sometimes in shul, which, yes, he should have done it. He should have done it, privately and not berabim, not in public. But nevertheless, when someone's coming from their heart and they're speaking from their heart, it's genuine, it's received that way. Words that come from the heart enter the heart. So Reb Mendel Cunin's words came from the heart, so it entered properly the heart of Reb Aron Cohen, the Chofetz Chaim's son, and the way we know that is because he said, "Is ent gerecht." I also remember growing up in the shul, we had Rabbi Bera Levi, Rabbi Cheraiport, Rabbi Steinberger, and many other people, and it was lively. And I remember the Simchat Torahs here was lively. We had a Yid, Rabbi Katlowitz, who would pick people up on their shoulders, a Simchat Torah. It was really, really a wonderful environment. And then myself and my Chaverim, the winners, Baruch Hecht, Yitzi Hecht, Shimon Aaron Rosenfeld, Rabbi Rosenfeld, who's the current Rav, since Rabbi Simpson passed away in 1976, his son Shimon Aaron, and others, Yosef Yitzchak Simpson, Reb Label Simpson, who was the Baal Koreh in the shul. That's Rabbi Eliyahu Simpson's youngest son. Reb Label Simpson, Olav Sholem, was the Baal Koreh for years, a wonderful, quiet, unassuming person who was a Talmud Chacham in both Nigla and Chassidus. And it was a really wholesome, healthy environment. I remember here on Chalamoid playing with the nuts, little games, and then we learned, and the Rebbe wanted us to have a program of learning, and we learned a few hours, and then we went to have a Chalamoid outing. So the Rebbe should help that the schus of the 90 years, as we go through the year, and we record memories, and this special base tefillah that's been here for 84 years, it's worthwhile. People should come in, regardless, Chabad, not Chabad. I remember here there were many non-Chabad people, Gerach Sidim, Radomsker Sidim, other type of people who davened here. Across the street, on the third floor, at a certain period, the Malach's daughter, Fagel Levine, lived on the third floor there as well. That's what Rabbi Rosenfeld told me. Well, the Rebbe should help him. We should have all good gebencht yor, only simchas and happiness for us and our families.